Hey, Nick, did you see the trailer for Sonic Boom? Nick, what'd you think of Sonic Boom? So, you like Sonic Boom? So, how about Sonic Boom? What'd you think of the trailer? What'd you think of the TV show? What'd you think of the designs? What'd you think of the trailer? Have you seen Sonic Boom? The ship Sonic Boom? Have you seen Sonic Boom?
Where do I start? Let's talk about the game. In all honesty, I think the game looks pretty cool. From what I've seen, I love the level design. These environments look huge and filled to the brim with stuff, and this is more or less what I've been asking for years. For the longest time, I've been waiting for a 3D Sonic game where you can just go all over the place. And I know some of you are worried that this will end up being too open-ended and have no sense of direction, but I don't think it'll go that far. The only bits of the gameplay trailer that have me worried are those two shots where you see the characters cruising along through these hallways. I'm not worried that those will be the main focus of the game, but I am worried that these will be the only really fast bits, with the rest of the game being kind of plotting, and those almost scripted sections being highlights, a reward for making it through those boring platforming sections or whatever. In the end, I just hope they balance everything out and make something that's fast-paced and has the loads of depth we've caught glimpses of. From what I've seen, it basically feels like Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank smushed together, and faster. We'll get back into that in a bit. Another thing that has me stoked is I will finally be able to play as characters other than Sonic again. Thank you! I love the way these guys play. While their gameplay styles do look different, with Tails being able to fly and shoot stuff, Knuckles tunneling and climbing, and Amy pulling off lots of acrobatic tricks with her hammer, it looks like at the end of the day they'll still be able to run really fast, like Sonic. I love this direction they're taking. It's just like how they handle the other playable characters in Sonic 3K and, in some respects, Sonic Adventure. Curiously, there also seems to be an optional co-op mode, something like Ratchet and Clank All for One, only, again, I don't think this will be the main focus of the game. All this tells me is that different characters can go through the same levels, and each character can explore different areas and find new content. Again, just like Sonic 3K. There's just so much that they're doing right with this game. And for those who are saying this is a Jak and Daxter ripoff, well, it's made by the same people. Come on. Let me just say that this scenery is dope to me. It's beautiful. I love it. I am floored by just how vast and alive this world seems, and I can't wait to see more of it. It's something different, really different, and in the best way. For the first time in ages, I feel like we're getting something truly new. This is an American-made game with Western sensibilities in mind, and it shows. America! Fuck yeah! Now, about the character designs. All I can say is, green eyes, derp! Okay, come on. Now it's okay to complain about the character designs? I mean, don't get me wrong, I think they're awful, but still, what the hell? Okay, so I appreciate them giving Knuckles a different build and not just making him another one of many generic copies of the Sonic template, since he is supposed to be a more muscular dude, but I think they went just a tad overboard. And the rags. Why is everyone wearing so many rags? Just look at this edit somebody posted on Sonic Retro. Much better. Still, I find it funny that they've actually made Sonic even taller. In fact, I'm pretty sure this is the lankiest he's ever been. There are a couple of changes to Sonic's design that I actually like, though. They finally got rid of that butt crack between his eyes, and in some shots his mouth is on the front of his face again. Yes! Am I the only one who thinks keeping a character's mouth on the side of their face at all times is freaking stupid? Tails and Amy look alright, but again, what's with all the sports tape? Is that what's cool with kids today? Is that what's hip and trendy? Not only are the designs kinda bad, but they're modeled badly. Oh, wait, what's that? This game is still early in development? Oh, thank God. Yeah, I don't think those models are finished yet. I'm sure they'll be remade to look better when the game is released. If not the modeling, I think the character animations are very good. They're quick and fluid, they're organic. This is just another thing that I think carries over from Jak and Daxter. Jak's animations are stunning, especially in the third game. Really, just take some time to look at him from different angles as he moves around, doing the most basic things. Running up or down stairs, jumping, handling his gun, little things like that. He moves with such grace he almost feels alive, and I really like how Sonic and his friends are shaping up. From what we've seen so far of the enemies, they don't look that inspired, to be honest. They're okay, but there isn't anything distinct about them. Anything that gives them a unique identity and makes them memorable. Something that says, they're from this game. I really hope we see some newer, better enemies down the line. I do like that giant worm thing though. This game looks edgy. Not in terms of having a dark story with swear words and all that, but in terms of its environment, which has an edge to it. I think Lost World is beautiful, but I admit it's very homogenized. There is a point where a game can look too pristine, too spick and span, and end up looking so manufactured, artificial. This environment just feels more real. Not more realistic, just more alive. Now let's talk about the cartoon. I think it's kinda meh. I like some aspects of the writing, but the only bit that I really found funny was Tails breaking the controls of his plane and looking at the viewer. That's some Looney Tunes shit right there. Can I just say I love the design of Tails' new plane? It's so unique. Anyway, the writing falters as it has for a long while now, and Roger Craig Smith's voice acting is cringeworthy. While I think the characters' designs are lackluster, though Knuckles and Eggman are growing on me, I think the animation is very good, especially the facial animations. I mean, just look at Eggman's expressions. For me, the worst thing about this clip is the design of Burnbot. This is as generic as they come. Maybe as we see more robots appear, we'll get a better sense of style, a theme they all share, but this guy leaves no impression on me whatsoever. I could see this thing appearing in almost anything else. But, whatever, that's all I really have to say about the show. For now. I would say I hope they change the character designs when they see how poorly received they are, but at least in the case of the show, I think it's a little late for that. Assuming this does take off and they make a sequel game and a second season of the show to correspond with it, maybe we will see some changes, since Western developers do seem to listen to their fans more than Japanese devs do. I mean, just look at how much they have listened to us already. We finally have a 3D game, for the most part, with multiple playable characters and fresh new environments. For those who are worried, this is not going to replace the Sonic we've come to know in recent years, as far as we know. This is going to be its own unique thing, as if the fanbase wasn't splitted enough already. However, I don't think that's entirely true. Just hear me out. You see, while Sonic does pretty well over here, these games sell like crap in Japan. While that may be Sonic's land of origin, he is very much an American icon. We've made him that. We've put him on this pedestal and buy pretty much all the games no matter what, but over there, they really don't care about him. I think it's because of the ever-increasingly huge otaku demographic that basically consists of emotionally constipated men who will never grow up and can only relate to doe-eyed high schoolers and aren't interested in any other sorts of characters, least of all furries. What I'm getting at is, with this sudden shift in focus, these Western influences, this new take on Sonic made for the next generation, let's say this game does end up successful over here. Let's say Sonic becomes even less relevant to Japan, and this new Sonic associated with us does become the next big thing. Let's say this does turn out profitable enough that the real Sonic becomes superfluous. Maybe this is how Sonic will be down the road. I honestly don't see this as a bad thing. I think the writing could still use work, and the designs really need work. But the gameplay looks cool. Not perfect, just cool. It's a breath of fresh air. Maybe this will be the start of something. Maybe some new blood and a new direction is just what Sonic really needs. I mean, it's not like Sonic Team and Sega of Japan have any clue what they want to do with the franchise anyway. When all is said and done, I'm game. Let's just see how this goes. And yes, we're still doing Sonic Exodus. We've kept quiet for a long time, but the project is not dead. We just aren't showing much of anything until we have enough that's really worth showing off all at once. Something radical. Oh, and to anyone who's saying, well, that does it, Sonic is dead to me, I'm jumping ship. Shut the fuck up. Hey guys, I need those of you I haven't pissed off yet to help me out with something. The Great Clement is at last beginning his LP of Sonic Unleashed, and he's accepting guest stars! As you can guess, I really want to get in on this. Given my colorful past with Sonic Unleashed, and that is the game that made me start reviewing video games in the first place, I think this would be a great chance to give people some much needed closure. I would try to reach Clement the conventional way, but I don't think I can hope to reach him via PM since the inbox is so gimped and people hardly use it anymore. I can't send this video to him as a video response anymore, and I don't know his Skype name, so the only hope I have of ever getting this guy's attention is if you guys back me up. So, get over there and tell him about me and stuff. I don't really expect this to go anywhere, but it's a great opportunity, and I know a lot of you would love to see this happen, so go tell him you'd love to see this happen. Pester away. Doodles, guys.